Hi, beautiful people of the world. My name is Morgan, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm also known in these streets as Measy. What's the point, girl? Boobs, whatever you want to call me. Anyway, I have a meme page, and I have been promising my followers on there a Prince Harry Morgan opinion video blog for like 2 weeks now. And per usual, I am on CP time with my Black Panther turtleneck on. But listen, I'm here ready to rock and roll. So welcome. Do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends, as these YouTubers say, and subscribe. What else do I need to say? Anyway, so I'm gonna start recording YouTube videos. I'm actually like really excited about it. I mean, I'm serious with y'all. Dang, make sure hit me up. They're like, where's the video? I mean, I'm not playing. Like, my friend just texted me like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, girl, I'm finally about to record it. Leave me alone. I had to eat and do things and watch some more news. But you know, it's serious when I put my glasses on. I mean, I even have like this way, George Bush notes. Okay. You know what? I don't even think I need them. If I glance down at something, just rock and roll with me here. But let's get into it. So everybody wanted to know, like I'm somebody. Yes, I am. Listen, I am somebody. Watch this YouTube channel take off. Watch this. But nice to meet you. We'll get comfortable. But and excuse I mean my flyaways, my hair all over the place, but you know what? I don't care. But as a young Afro-American female, emphasis on American too, pop culture enthusiast slash royal family follower since birth. You all want to know my opinion because I represent the common folk out there. Okay, so Prince Charles, Camilla girl, hey everybody, Kate, William, anybody listening? The head button for all of y'all. I'm sure they're just going to check this out. Anyway, hope I represent all sides well with my comments. Because I look at this whole phenomenon that's going on right now with Harry and Meghan and William as, oh, it's Shakespearean. It is damn near biblical. I remember telling somebody on the phone, I can't remember because when that Oprah interview came out, I mean, I was on the phone for about 2 weeks with everybody from the East Coast to the West Coast to Japan to London itself. Talking about it like, girl, what did you think? Did you see what was going on? But I remember telling, who was it? Anyway, somebody, and I probably said it a couple times because I tend to repeat myself. So just shout for that. I'm Kanye level ADHHHHHHHHD. But everything flows. That's why my username is What's the Point Girl, because we get to it. So just sit back, relax, and about to talk your ears off. Okay. All right. So, but I remember all that to say, comparing William and Harry at the time to that DreamWorks movie, Prince of Egypt. You know, Harry thinks he's Moses and William is Ramesses, and we'll see what happens. I don't know what people Harry's trying to let go. Remember, let my people go. I don't know. Honestly, I think Harry's just doing all of this for his own mental health sake and just taking the narrative back, which I actually don't have a problem with it because I love the tea. Okay, I'm sipping on what is this? I drank half of it already. Raspberry Royale, isn't that appropriate? No cream in it though, like how you Brits drink it, but whatever. Okay, so let's just break it down. The reason you guys I waited so long, like I said on my Instagram, is because it's not my fault. Harry's the one that wouldn't stop talking, not me. Now I'm ready to talk. I have been Prince Harried out. I mean, if you go through my like history on my computer and my phone and my TV, it is like royal this, Prince Harry that. What did Kate say? Avocados. For those of you who remember that, Megan crying about that. But anyway, I mean, I'm obsessed like everybody is. But I think the reason why this book Spare sold 1.4 million copies, and I still haven't got my hands on that book. But honestly, shout out to Twitter because, at this point, I don't even know if anybody needs to buy it because everybody's posting all the, audiobook clips, and I done read half of it on the internet anyway. So, yeah, I'm still gonna get my hands on that book. Hopefully this weekend I'll get it. And I don't know, we'll see if I do a video follow up on that or not. Let me know. But and you'll probably have to wait till 2025 because I'll be late, but whatever. Don't you guys have a life? You know what I'm saying? Just make sure to subscribe and like so I can get paid for this, and then I'll be on here every day. I know how to set an alarm, or somebody will set it for me because that's just how I am. All right, so let's break it down. Harry, I freaking love you. And I do appreciate everything that he says now that we've got Megan to be quiet and it's all about Harry because remember, he the spare. Megan, you could be a spare too, and Harry didn't want you to be spared, so that's why he's coming in now, with big D energy, okay? Because this is honestly like listening to him talk. I'm like, I believe every single thing that this man says. The way he's doing it, it depends on what topic. So let's break down the topics. Where you guys want to start? The 60 Minutes interview, the Good Morning America, the Colbert. Let's start with 60 Minutes. Okay. Anderson Cooper. First of all, did he not look off the chain? So I really liked how whatever producer's idea that was to come up with Anderson, heir to the Vanderbilts. Okay. Like people didn't even know this for the longest time that Gloria Vanderbilt is his mother. His real mother, okay, he didn't even like tell nobody. Okay, Anderson was out there in Africa too, do that. I think that's like how he like started off in journalism or whatever, like on the ground, with reporting on Rwanda. I think somebody looked that up and let me know, but I'm pretty sure I should know that because I'm an Anderson fan. But anyway, to have him look at off the chain interview Harry, it was like just optically beautiful. So for people that didn't catch that, I did. Thought that was great. I really liked how Anderson's interview flowed. Michael Strahan, I just thought that was funny. I'm like, who asked him? God bless you, Michael Strahan. I mean, you fabulous, bro. I mean, I remember when you got the spot on Good Morning America. I was proud for you. I think all of us were. We were like, get it. And Robert Roberts after she was like, you did a fantastic job. I'm like, he could have hit a little harder. But then also that interview made me think, I'm like, Harry, did you tell him to ask you those questions? Because he didn't know nothing about you. I'm like, you should have had me or Andy Cohen or somebody like come in and ask me what was going on. Because I actually, me more so than Andy at this point, because I would have been to the point. But everything was pre-approved and in my opinion, from that one. Colbert, that was cute, but that was also interesting. So let's go. This video is choppy. Y'all, this is my first one, so just bear with me here. But Harry, when you talk about this guy, you have to remember like who he is. Okay, he's not normal. Okay, like here in the States, I can't believe I'm saying the States, but that's what they say. I've been watching so much British TV. Who is our royalty? The Kennedys, the Vanderbilts, half the Real Housewives think that they are, okay? We got the Hiltons, yes, obviously they are. Beyonce and Jay-Z and them, Puffy. Okay, like that's our royalty, Obama's, we don't have that over here. This is a monarchy. Okay, you all have to remember, and for it to be the year 2023, we're not in Ethiopia, so it's 2023 as far as the global clock goes. For those of you who caught that joke, thanks. But anyway, for there to still be a king of England, isn't that crazy? So that's first of all, I think that's a lot of like women's like, oh my God, like the fairy tale of it all because it's real. Um, Harry, I can't imagine the life that he lived. And I also can't imagine what he really feels on the inside now. I am proud of him as a royal watcher to see him, put his big boy pants on and go out there and, try to knock everybody dead. Ooh, that sounded terrible. Scratch that. Don't listen. Don't no nobody quote me on that. Not knock them dead. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, go out there and like share like his side of the story because everybody has their own side of the story. But there's also three sides: his, Williams, and I don't care if you're a non-believer or not. Somebody else's, which is the truth. That's why we have judges and juries and attorneys and this and that because it's like, okay, what really happened? However, I do believe everything that Harry says. Um, the way he's doing it, we shall see. So think about it. Who's his mother? Princess Diana. Okay, who and the people throw that word icon around all the time. She's the icon. There's Princess Di, Elvis, Beethoven, Michael Jackson. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was so small when that woman passed away. Harry was 12 and he was also the baby. So you got to look at birth order, like William, he was 15. How traumatizing. And it's actually been interesting. I remember him and William did a special on HBO. What was it, like 20 years after she died or something? Wasn't that or 15? I don't know, it was years ago. But they like it was so cute, like the two boys like going through like pictures of their mother, like sharing all their memories and stuff. If I can find it, I'll link it below. It's called. But anyway, to hear him now break down what actually happened, I mean the tea. First of all, his daddy. So Princess Diana dies in Paris, right? For her Egyptian man. Okay. Oh my God, his daddy. I can't. Father-in-law. But Harry and William are at Balmoral with their daddy Charles. This man wakes them up at 7:30 in the morning and goes, your mom was in a car accident and she didn't make it, Charles. But then at the same time, I'm like, if you all have divorced parents, I think your daddy might say the same thing about your mother. I don't know. I mean, heartless, but ugh, God, I couldn't believe it. This little boy is 12 years old, and that's how you gonna tell him his mother just died, and then for him to have to carry that with him and never know. And then you got the media speculation, which he cannot, yes, he lives in a castle with guards and whatever, but people act like, or Megan, she tried to act like they don't even have cell phones. Okay. Princess Anne already told us she taught Queenie Pooh how to use an iPad. Okay. She was watching The Crown and Bridgerton or something else on there. You know what I'm saying? So the media, how could he not, as a kid and then growing up, not pay attention or hear about the conspiracy theories? And then you think about like those like boys' schools and stuff that they send them to. I mean, kids are cruel. God knows what they said. God knows what they said to him. And, for him to have to, shut down. Then his brother separated from him, and then when he said when they wound up like going to school together, and his brother's like, "Don't embarrass me, don't talk to me," blah blah blah. All right, well that's like an older brother kind of thing. But take it back. That's why I said this is like biblical. Like this is just like a parable. Y'all got a sibling, especially if there's just two of you guys. I have one sister. Okay, first of all, we can't as the kids control the birth order. Sorry, Harry. And that's why I do feel bad for him because there's nothing you can do about it. Look at his grandmother with Margaret. Margaret wanted to be the queen. She thought she could do it better than her sister. And there were times, when Queen Elizabeth II, her first few years, Margaret wanted to be out there too, even when they were little kids. She's like, wait a minute, why can't I go in class or do this or whatever, and then by the time she, was coronated, Margaret's like, well, wait a minute, I'm the one with the fashions and the personality, and I should be the one leading it, but you have to remember the crown. I mean, this is serious. So William's temperament and his seriousness and what William Fine, y'all, the way that he approached everything, he has to, even to this day. I mean, look at his wife. Now, Kate, that's a queen. Let me tell you something. Sits back, don't even say anything, doesn't pay attention when the paparazzi, run past her and ask her, what do you think about Harry's book? And she's like, I like how she handles it. So, for us Americans, and all the, opinions and stuff that I hear, y'all don't understand their culture. Okay? Like I do over there. But I'm just saying, I didn't pay attention and I'm like such a nerd when it comes to this stuff. This is serious. This is also like their religion. You know what I'm saying? The Anglican church and everything and the sovereign. This happens with every spare, right, Harry? What you supposed to do? I'm gonna tell you all if it was me, since I've been paying attention to this for I'm not gonna tell you how old I am. However old. Harry's a decade older than me. Okay. But bad y'all. I was talking too much and it cut off, and I also had to refresh my tea. Anyway, what was I saying? Harry is a decade older than me. I don't remember. Something about it being serious. Um, to quote his wife that he quoted, he said, Megan said this since the beginning. Representation is key. This is where I was going with this. Representation is key, Harry. That's the thing. You know who you represent. It's just chair off the walls making noises. You know who you represent. And that is why, I understand the British youth, everybody's a socialist, but I'm just saying, most young people fall super, super left when it comes to everything because you look at the world through a beautiful lens. Now, listen, y'all, don't start arguing politics with me right now. You want me to do political videos? Somebody might kill me. I'm on. I just don't follow like one beaten path when it comes to anything. I'm all about a particular issue and how we're going to solve it, Malcolm X. Like what we want to do. But this is just the way of the game when it comes to I'm sorry, dog, the family that you were born into. Somebody got to sit back. Look at Andrew out here on Jeffstein. Well, yeah, JEP. Epstein Island, you know what I'm saying? Party boy, he got to chill out. Married Fergie Ferg, you know what I'm saying? Always, out here in the streets because he could. Look at Margaret. Sit back, relax, and I mean, I think if I was him, I don't know why I brought up the age difference. I don't. Anyway, I had a point, but what's the point, girl? I forgot. It's me, but I mean, I'm just saying, if I were him and all the research that I've done, I still ain't never been up in there, but I'm just saying, give me my diamonds and my jewels and my butlers and handmaidens and whatever the heck else they got. And I mean, I'd be chilling, you know? But I think his mother's death had a lot to do with why he is losing it now. Losing it. Yeah, feel bad for him. I don't know what that feels like to be under, I mean, the biggest microscope of all time. I mean, his wedding, his mother's wedding, her funeral. I mean, these are like the biggest viewed things on television besides the OJ Bronco case. Am I right? Like, look that up. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm like spot on with that if you Google it. Um, it's the British royal family. So when he, started experimenting with drugs and this, and that, Harry, and that's just why I look at him like, oh my God, you prince of could have been peace. And you're not going to get peace, is what I'm fearing. They're not going to talk to you. And if they do, you going to tell us. I'll get the next book. If you know what I'm saying? But uh, who he is bigger than just the tabloids themselves. And I kind of like it. I think if I ever decide to Marcus Garvey it out and move back to Africa, I'm gonna find me a prince because I think there's something to be said even in modern times. I'm just saying, yeah, I'm joking with everything I say, but also there's a hint of I mean what I say. Um, to have that's why I respected Queen Elizabeth so much. I couldn't air my sorrows and crybaby posts that I wanted to post because Black Twitter, y'all would have lit me on fire, like girl, But as a woman, um, I just respected her. I remember that one scene in The Crown, you guys, when I forgot which prime minister she was talking to. I'm paraphrasing. She's like, "Looky here, boy. Okay, there's gonna be a million of y'all. I'm still here. Do you know who raised me? Winston Churchill. You know what I'm saying? So that's a powerful ass place to be, And I don't know what you happened to your brother Harry. Or I mean, he's got kids. So what was he? What is he? What is he? Sixth in line now? Seventh? Something like that. But still, you there? You know what I'm saying? So you're taken care of by the taxpayers, okay? This luxurious life that you have. It's funny because Anderson, at the end of his interview, he said, "Why don't you give up your titles?" And then Harry, I actually liked it because it was like a G ass thing to say. He's like, "Look, if that's everybody's question, yeah, Harry, just give it up." And he's like, what difference would that make? I'm like, hey, he finally just, admitted to it. Like, look, I am going to milk the system and I am going to make money off it. Whole contrary to his wife and her narrative. That's why I prefer Harry talking because I'm like, Megan, you acting like you don't know what's going on. Welcome to the world, girl. So let's get on her. Okay. So there's his childhood. There's my thoughts on that. Megan. So when they start, I think he officially announced that they were dating like fall 2017, I believe. All right. Rewind. Kate. Remember when not Harry, child, William and Kate got married? Was that not the most, oh my God, like it was just like beautiful. Oh my God. And then remember like Harry and William like walking down together with their like military uniforms on, looking fine. I don't know what. I mean, we were just so excited. And it just seemed as though, here's the thing, any sibling, like I'm punch you in the face and knock you out, and then we gonna go out to a party and we gonna look cool because we got to represent the family. Listen, Harry, learn something from us commoners. Okay, we've all dealt with these things too. You are just on another scale that nobody will ever, never, ever, not even Blue Ivy, be able to relate to. Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter. I mean, you on a different plane, dog. But some of the things that you're hitting on in your book and your commentary and all these damn documentaries. I mean, you all be talking. Y'all just it's a lot. It's 2023 now, and we're still going here. Okay, I mean, look at me. I'm supposed to start a YouTube channel. I mean, I'm into it, but it they love each other. They're brothers, and no one on earth can ever, ever, ever understand what the two of them dealt with as children, as young adults, as royals, as heirs to the throne. Okay. And I mean that in the context of their mother and then, the sequence of events that happened in their life. But it really seemed like the Three Musketeers, William, Kate, and Harry, wasn't that cute? Now, Harry, you know you love using cake, dog. Come on now. Like, how many clips can we like roll back of them like keep kid and joshing around and what else you all say over there? I don't know you all's little sayings, but you know, like having a go, you know, at each other. And Harry was genuinely happy for his brother. Also, you got to remember William. Even though God bless her, they be calling her Weighty Katie because they say homeboy been cheating on her forever. That's what they say. Now, everything I say in this video, nobody can back at me because I'm just telling you what everybody else is saying. I'm just giving you my Morgan, what's your point spin on it, okay? But that's what they be calling her. Look it up. And but he been with the rock and roll with the same chick, married her, and I just think she's fabulous. Her and her sister Pippa. Okay, they act like Pippa has a derriere like Kim Kardashian, don't they? I mean, they funny over there. They're like, Pippa's ours. Like, really? Okay. I mean, they call Megan straight out of Compton. I'm like, it's just funny. Anyway. Um, but I think Harry looked at that, and then there's also like clips when you watch, like press like videos of them, signing autographs and talking to the public and doing their little appearances. Sometimes Harry would have to take a step back. Okay, that's the future king and queen. Your brother hooked you up. And it's also similar to remember what was his name? Oh shoot. Townsend. What was it? Hold on. I got written down somewhere. See, I'm not even looking at my notes. When I look down, I'm just looking at the floor. Hold on, what was that? Peter Townsend. You all remember him? Margaret, her man, the one that was the military guy. He was divorced and worked for their dad. And then Queen Elizabeth's like, no, Marge, you cannot marry him. It took the love of her life away. Okay, well, unfortunately, William's not the king, but he was looking at Meghan like, wait a minute, dog. Y'all been dating how long? Because in their thing, over there, you got to be with the nigga for a minute. The public has to get to know them. Harry has some cute little girlfriends or whatever, but with Meghan, I mean, ooh, blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, I guess. And whatever. Listen to me. I can say a lot of jokes about both of them, especially Meghan. I'll get there. But sorry, this video about to be long as hell. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. But we cannot deny how romantic and beautiful their relationship is. And I mean, Harry freaking loves her. He loves her. And I think I said earlier, Megan could have been anybody, or somebody said that. And I'm repeating it, something like that. Um, I think Harry, after watching his brother, and then when that cute little Georgie baby was born, wanted that for himself. Wow. I think he was so happy for him, and their little, Three Musketeer ship was real cute or whatever. But it's like my turn. I think the military gave him a sense of pride and an identity that he longed for his whole childhood, and got him clean off of drugs. I mean, who knew what he did when he was in there? You all remember like back in the day, like those pictures of Harry like dancing naked with African women at parties and stuff. So to us, and then even in the Netflix, I mean, Harry acted like he was born in Africa, didn't he? I mean, he was over there all the time. So, I mean, listen, niggas always knew he was down with the brown. I mean, even when he was going on, those like charity events and doing all that philanthropic stuff with like Michelle Obama and then Rihanna, we were like, oh my God, they gotta get married, like we were like, oh my God, please, like the Queen of Barbados and then the King of England. But the King of England dropping stuff, whatever, y'all. Anyway, this is cute. This is kind of fun. Anyway, Americans, that was the slip. He's never going to be king. Apparently, when he was a little kid, his mother used to call him, what did she call him? 2KH. like second King Harry, because I guess when William was a little boy, and then they would go visit like Queen Mother's house and everything. William, just like they did Lilibet as opposed to Margaret, when they were little kids, it's like, no, he's gonna be the one. That's the guy. And his mom babied the crap out of him, whatever. And God bless Harry. I mean, think about it. And then, his mother dies and his dad making comments talking about I might not be your father, mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. I'm like, dang, Charles. I mean, come on now. And isn't it funny how like the British press now, like everybody hated Camilla, but now all of a sudden they're like, oh, I can't believe that he's, disparaging her name, like she just wanted to be queen consort. I'm like, yes, she did. I'm all over the place, but on finishing that thought, Camilla. No, hold on. I'll get there in a second. Hold on. Well, let's pause. Hold on. You guys, this is like so fun. Okay, anyway, for me to talk to myself, but I'm talking to y'all. I mean, look, my lip gloss, I told you I was gonna come off because I was gonna be flat about y'all. Okay, wait a minute. So go back. We'll get to Camilla's. I just got just a couple things to say about her at the end. Who cares when I wrap it up? But anyway, Megan. Okay, so then he starts dating Megan. He's like, "Dang! Did you all actually know though that apparently Kate and William used to watch Suits? I know like two, three people on Earth that watch that show. And the funny thing is, it's like I feel like Megan uh tried to make her, and this is my opinion, tried to make herself seem like she was like on like, excuse me, like Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner status over here in the States. We don't know her. Okay, so let's start there. No, nobody that knew her. And then like the Deal or No Deal girl, I'm like, okay, I'm like, so were quite a few other people. Like shout out my girl Claudia Jordan on Fox Salt. My girl, like Claudia knows me. She has reposted some of my jokes a couple times on Instagram. But anyway, love you, girl. Love you, daddy. Anyway, but why would he not fall in love with Megan? I mean, look at her. Now here's the thing. Back to his quote about saying representation is key. That's what my wife said. All right. Now here comes this is why I got the turtleneck on. Black Panther Party. Aren't you all been waiting for? You've heard me talking a lot. All right, here let's talk about the race. First of all, Megan, that documentary, we really did get to know a lot more about you. I didn't know she was so goofy, dorky, like nerdy, and it makes sense. I'm like, no shit, wow. I didn't know that was her personality, so we really got to know a lot about her. When it comes to race, she's got a black mother and a white father. I'm not even going to touch on who raised who. There are so many conspiracies out there, but I'm going to start with this. Megan, you get your hair like mine, I flat iron mine. You done pressed yourself out. So it's very, very interesting. Her with the race thing. They remember at the time when they left took a step back from their royal duties in January 2020. I'm like, did they start COVID? Ooh, didn't know nobody. Listen, I'm just saying. I never thought about that till I just said it. I'm like, yeah, January 2020. Dang, y'all, that's when you decided to leave. But you knew what your hair looked like, okay? And you have a black mother. Now, here's another thing, people. I can speak about biracial stuff. I don't have a biracial child. But the way that I grew up, I'm just going to say this real quick. Thank God for the parents that I had. I'm a very chocolatey girl, okay? But listen, every Negro that's from the United States got some kind of swirl in them, okay? I think it was interesting. I didn't realize this actually until like a couple years ago. Almost every single black kid that I grew up with was actually biracial. Never thought about it. People in my family, whatever, and I went to predominantly white schools my entire life. But the thing is, that's why I say thanks, shout out to my parents. Morgan always been blackity black, 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 black. Okay? Interesting thing about being a black person in the world, you could be president of the United States, Barack Obama. It can also be a homeless man on the street and they still gonna throw monkeys at you and call you the N word with a hard yeah. Okay? So that's one thing that universally we will always have to deal with. I mean, the Chinese tried to blame COVID on the Africans. Y'all remember that? Okay. But Megan, God bless you. God bless you. You don't have to choose. You can call yourself biracial. That's fine. But you are because you were born and came out the womb of a black woman. Okay? All right. And you get your hair pressed out. So you know you black. Okay? But you never led with that. Mm. And to listen to you talk, to say that you, from your own words, that you never even thought about, and you were so startled that they realized that even though you passed the brown paper bag test, that was the one thing that they were going to focus on, and your mother had to tell you, yeah, Megan, it's all about race. No, it's not, Mom. Megan, come on, girl. Yes, it is. And now she ruined it for the rest of us that could have had a chance. I'm just kidding. Not really, because I would have married Harry in 2 minutes. I mean, like I said before, remember with him and Rihanna, we were like, oh, if they get come on now. Like, come on, Megan. My thing is, uh, I really liked what Michelle Obama said when Jenna Bush was interviewing her about them, and Michelle was real quick about it. She said, she's like, Jenna's like, well, what do you think? Remember, so I'm talking 2020 right now, January, when they decided to leave, and it was like such a big deal. And here come COVID in the summer of 2020, Black Lives Matter. Megan, how dare you? That's how I feel as a black person. How dare you? Because black people, we gonna rally around each other no matter what. And I still am rallying behind you right now. I'm just talking to you straight. Just in case you ever see this, just in case. I say this out of all the LOVE in my heart. Because I can have a biracial child. I mean, I don't know. I have kids. I got a white cat. She's white. And I got two black cats. But, I'm just saying. Um, Not even claim us and tell us that you don't. Let's start there. Or yourself. And then this whole time, it's 2023 now. Make that the focus of the hate, that's what it is. Because I guess you just found out. How could you just find out? You were in your late 30s. How old is she? 40, 41, 42, something like that now? And you didn't know if this was a thing? And then for you to bandwagon behind, and make yourself look like, oh, I guess it's just complicated. Maybe I should actually, I might do a whole other video about what I think about the racial component, because that is, pretty much one of the most important things about this, because Harry's now retracing what he said or what she said. I just feel like because representation is so key, Megan, you could have solved world peace, honey, boo boo child. You really could have. And that is why us niggers over here were so happy for you. Happy for Harry that he finally got his black African queen. And you didn't want to be no African queen. Then you disrespected Nelson Mandela. You went over there and said, the people in the streets of South Africa were crying for me, like when Nelson Mandela got out of prison. Nelson Mandela's grandchildren lit your ass on fire. They were like, you can't never come back here. She could have done a lot more. What Michelle Obama said, you have to realize, Harry, I don't know what that feels like. Like he said, like his mother dying. I mean, this is very complicated, you all. The last thing she saw when she died is flashbulbs. Damn. But you're not a private person, you're a public person. And you making it so public that even the public overheard that never knew nothing about you. I mean, we know about your weenie whacker getting frostbitten at this point. I mean, dang, Harry. Oh, did you all think it was so funny? The one part of the book when he was talking about when he lost his virginity to the lady in the fields behind the pub, and he said that bitch smacked him on the ass and said, "All right, we done." Thanks for the tea here. Anyway, but Megan, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? I mean, we were rooting for you. I mean, when I say I cried watching that wedding, I was like, I remember like standing there at my parents' house, like in the living room, like this. I was like standing up, like watching the whole time, like this is the most beautiful thing ever. I mean, Harry, you remember when he was standing there looking at his, biting his, lip, like, here come my, like, there goes my baby. I mean, we were just like, oh God, Megan. And then with all this black stuff going on, and she did make a video about like George Floyd and like Black Lives Matter. She said what she was supposed to say. You got Oprah and everybody rallying behind you. Where they at now? Because what have you done for black people? That's all I want to know. And then there's a rumor going around. Don't know why nobody sue me or anything, but there is like a rumor that that NAACP award that they won. I don't even remember what the heck it was for. They paid for it or something. Because I'm like, yeah, well, what they do? Because I remember during COVID, at the height of it, when they came over here, and there was this one news story about them trying to talk to these kids in Harlem, and these black mothers lost their mind. They're like, we don't need to know nothing about them. I'm like, oh, okay. Um, Megan, you missed your opportunity to have the Miss Universe title that you so want. You just fell flat. Somebody get her a black PR person. Call me, actually. Okay? I'm not playing. I just want a PR. So, like, please call me, girl, because I know, because I listen, when you grow up around white people and whatever, I remember my mom, she's like, stop getting your hair wet, okay? Like certain things, like we can't do all of that, okay? Um, but you got a black mother with locks. Come on now. Come on now. And you marry Harry. He can tell you more about being come on, like what? So I just thought it was just very, very just at the height of like disrespect to everybody black, the way she chooses to discuss race and the way she chose to say what she said in that documentary as well. And then think about the silver lining. Who saved your ass at the end? Tyler Perry. Damn. Have you seen any of his movies? Have you seen Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Do you know why it's called Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Do you know why I sound mad? No, I'm not mad, but listen, we kiki and we talk chit chatting. But I'm just saying. I mean, I can go off for about 3 days and 40 nights on it because I don't care how you choose to identify because you are biracial. That's fine. But you are like you black. You're black too, and it's almost as if like I think that's the movie Passing. Have you guys seen that? It's on Netflix. And there are people in my family that passed. Okay. That's and they thought that movie was so well done, and then they did it in black and white. It's like I think that was the symbolism of it all. If you could, would you? You know, I'm just saying. You didn't pass, girl. I'm sorry, but what's wrong with that? It's like you're mad that you didn't pass. Is how I feel personally. Just and dang, dang. I mean, you really could have been opened up the new United Nations if you would have just followed protocol. And remember, Megan, that's their culture that you're marrying into. And the way she acted as if she didn't know nothing. She still acts like that. She didn't know nothing. Now, did you all notice Harry's face in one of the 17,000 Netflix things? What was it, 6 parts? I don't know, part something. Maybe the third one. I don't know. When they were sitting there with when Harry was breaking down the British press and all the, like this person tells this person and blah, blah, blah. I believe everything Harry says. I do. I mean, it's the media is a very well-oiled machine. How you think we know anything, right? Then it trickles down to just people like me that just talk about it, and here we go, word of mouth. Um, what was I about to say, y'all? Hold on. Let me rewind what I said. I got a point. Oh, okay. So here we go. When she was talking about meeting, well, Megan was talking about meeting Queen Elizabeth. Excuse me. Let me just put something on my mouth. So I don't look so ashy. Right, Megan? Do you know what ashy means? Ooh, Morgan. Anyway, I mean, I'm on your team, girl. That's why I'm hard on you. Somebody hire me for real. You in the United States, call me because I know so much about your husband. I know so like I can really like help like turn this thing around the best we can at this point because I mean the ship was kind of sailed. It's I mean the people in the UK. I mean, girl, they can't stand you. I mean, like you're done. But we can at least try to clean it up here. But it is also so is that. Then it's just like the disrespect. Political views aside, like I said, that's the sovereign Queen Elizabeth. So when you met this literal queen of the world, yes, you had to curtsy to her. Madonna's had to do it. Naomi Campbell has to do it. Elton John has to do it. Hello, hello. Look at the Obamas. Going back to Michelle, when she did the interview with Jenna Bush, and then she was asking her, like, what do you think? Black Lives Matter. And, white people were scared to say anything bad about black people. Then they're like, Michelle, like, what do you put? What if Jenna was trying real hard? It was so cute. She was trying real hard. She's like, well, what do you think? Like, like all the stuff she said. And Michelle's sitting there like this. She's like, look. You got to remember, when you marry in, just like her husband, she didn't want him to run it first. Roll back the interviews with Michelle before he even ran, like right before. Okay, totally different. I'm just, love you, Michelle. But she, she was real firm. She's like, look, it's not about us anymore. It's not. It's about the people we serve. It's way bigger than that. That's the crown, honey. Megan, that's the crown. That's the crown. That's the crown. Okay? Respect the crown. Period. You got dead people from 3,000 years ago's jewelry on. I mean, have a little respect. Yeah, you got a currency. So the way she did that on the thing, and she's like, "Ooh," like all like goofy, like jokey, whatever. And did y'all see Harry's face? He was like, so little clips in that Netflix thing taught me and told me, okay, now I see. Because at first we're like, I mean, can y'all chill out on her? We were like, that's what I said. We all defended her, like, yeah, everybody, be nice to her. Megan, I really believe you were very disrespectful. You were very disrespectful. Just like when you and Harry go on these trips to Africa. Okay, remember Philip? Okay, y'all remember the one scene in The Crown when they go and there's all the African chiefs and the kings and everything. And then Harry or Philip's like, I like that hat. And Lilybeth checked him. She said, that's a crown. Okay? Just so that's what I'm saying, Megan. Just like when you all go to Africa, like, they're the only black people that you think, I just hate it. Like, she be making a mockery out of us. I can't. Like we ain't human, okay? Megan, like, come on now. Anyway, like I said, I'm on your team because that's the thing. We gonna support each other. I want you all to win. Just because of I don't know. She's not a bad person. She just ugh, that the ego is just fascinating. How she thought she could like come in there, change everything, start her own charities, and you got this like sensitive Harry who I mean she's like lit a fire under his ass. They in his mind killed his mother, the whole machine. And you know, she was already doing her philanthropy and everything and whatever, and Harry's looking for his identity, and then he started dating her. I mean, the shit got popping, and I mean, we still talking about you all. So Harry's got in the spotlight. And I feel like Megan really egged him on. Yeah, we need to start this and that. Girl, you don't need to start no damn charity. They are charity and oppressors, but what you want to do, basically, you know what I'm saying? So just disrespectful. As far as their when when she's like, excuse me, nobody taught me anything. Girl, like I said, you got a phone. And they kept me in there. And it was so, old and this, and that. Wow. Where is your class? Somebody move me up in there. Are you kidding me? I live in the maid's quarters. Well, actually, I don't know what those look like, but I'm just saying, really? You chose to live in a little cottage? Okay, listen. I love how they call them apartments. I'm like, the mansions. Uh, at Kensington Palace. But right? Yeah. But anyway, you got this broken guy. She's fueling everything. Yeah, yeah. We need to do this. We need to do that. And I felt bad for Harry. The Invictus Games last year. He started all of that for people with unique abilities. Alexia from Rojas's Miami. I love that. And veterans. Because Harry took that military so seriously. Remember that video, you guys, when he was doing a documentary or interview or whatever that was, and then he's all mic'd up, and the helicopters behind him, and then he they say whatever in his ear. They're like code 4, 10, 5, and Harry's like and runs off. I'm like, Harry was furious, made him finer to me. And I mean, he took such pride. He did know what he represented. I feel like he did go to his brother. His brother tried to tell him, like, okay, dog, like, we finna do this. All the mishaps and things that you did before. Having sex, behind bars and getting smacked on the bottom. Like we can do this. Nazi uniforms. I can't, Harry. They'll never forgive you for this, especially now that you're retracting. I also think it's funny with the race thing. Yeah, of course somebody asked that. Megan, here's another thing. Since you really didn't know you were black, which is that crazy to me, you didn't know that they were going to be a little prejudiced? I don't know that. Like, for real? Really? And the other insulting thing is, you act like the United States of America ain't racist. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I just feel like unless you hire me as your PR person and life coach, just stop. That's why I didn't get invited to Barack's birthday party. I mean, everybody in Black Hollywood was there. Tyler Perry didn't tell you to call, okay? Or call you to tell you to come over at a gale and like, we are out of here, okay? Like, you don't get this. Okay, just kidding, but I'm just saying. Oh God, it's just. I mean, you all see I get a little revved up talking about her because I just want Harry to be happy and to be safe. And I also don't want World War III. That's the other thing, people. You got to understand when William becomes king, like I made the Prince of Egypt analogy, Moses. I mean, hey, William finna lose and his dad, he don't even know how to work a pen. I got to get Camilla to sign for him now. I mean, I'm like, dang, Charles, you weren't ready. But it's just terrible. And then as far as the way that they didn't show Arch, just all like the little like proper things that they were supposed to do. I mean, come on, like, yeah, can we modernize? Y'all were modernized. They let you in. Harry, you act like they weren't gonna check her booty hole before you got in there. I brought her in there. They already did. They knew her daddy was crazy, and like the whole thing. And Megan, you got in, dog. And at first, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody was so happy for them. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like we were all like so like on your team. I mean, I can't remember how many of my friends, my biracial butterflies, actually like real cute with their little white boyfriends dressed up as Mary and Hagen. I can't. Harry and Megan for that's gonna be their new name. Egg. I'm crying. For Halloween, you know, like so cute. But we were on your team, so I don't know what you're talking about. And then your first tears, with Oprah. That's why Oprah's sitting there looking at you. She like. Okay, so avocados. Okay, you know, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not famous, and I've never wanted to be famous in my whole life. Can't imagine that kind of press. And nobody on earth, that's what I said, will ever have to deal with this level. But at this point, y'all both asking for it. That's why I said, Harry, when this book tour is done, if you want to write another one, let me know. I'll read it. But it's too much. And then that Netflix thing, you all, I mean, I believe you, but ooh, you done told too many secrets. Another thing, hard pivot, the military, and the way he opened it up on Colbert, you know, the his kill count. I'm just gonna make a comment and move on. Ooh, I see how you made some people mad by and Harry, that's the thing. I know what you were trying to do with that. Because he said I was trying to you know, oh God, paraphrasing, but something about like you know, like humanize the story and blah blah blah, because he looked at the, you know, the opponents as chess pieces, you know, the guilt that people have, you know, to limit suicides. But I'm like, dog, aren't you not supposed to say that? Right? Like, do I look like I was in the military, guys? Absolutely not. But I'm just saying, I don't think you're supposed to say that. But I see where he was. That's why I'm like, oh, Harry, like, I see where you going with everything. But oh my God, like, you really telling all of it. Like, what else do we need to know? How many freckles you got on your ass? Maybe we can find a picture. You know, I mean, he done told us everything. Then the thing with Camilla, him and his brother. Now we know neither one of them liked her, you know, and like when he said that they begged their dad not to marry her, I believe that. I totally believe that. Charles, that nigga funny. They said, you know, he's happy, whatever, but I can see that. But it does seem like they get along, and I feel like maybe in the context of like what the press is trying to feel like he hates her, he probably still does, in my opinion. My opinion. But I think they get along from just like the video clips that we've seen. That's the thing. We don't know nothing, but we also know a lot because no one is more photographed and documented than these people. God, that fishbowl. I mean, it is crazy. Um, what else do I have to say? Hold on. I forgot. But anyway, um, I'm almost talked out. I mean, I have more commentary. If anybody wants me to get like a little specific on anything, let me know, and it'll be way more organized. I promise. But what's the point, girl? Follow me on Instagram. But anyway, I think that oh yeah, that's what I was saying. You know. Oh wait. Rewind. I'm all over the place, y'all. Back to Harry and Meghan and me being like, what are you all talking about? People not liking you. Like, Meghan, get over the avocado. I just can't get over the damn avocados. Like, Kate, and with the water shortage, this and that. And I'm like, Oprah, like, you got anything else? And then, you know, Oprah, who said that? You know, the comment about how black the baby gonna be. You know, and it's interesting, Harry now saying that the press was racist. Okay, yeah, and then he's like calling it, saying, you know, the racism in his family was un- unconscious bias. Okay, I'm done with these buzzwords that you white people done come up with during Black Lives Matter. Like, I done had about enough. It's hysterical to me. It's just so funny. Racist. Okay, like, come on now. That's why I said, black people, we can't hide behind nothing. You hear us coming, okay? You look at us, you know, Cameron. I can't hear you. Like, I'm done because we all know that you know. He's like, I didn't even know that I was racist. But see, that's the thing. Harry, I'm just joshing around. I appreciate you know, him being honest about that. He's like, I didn't know, you know, that I had these biases. Shut up! I'm not even gonna use these words. That I had these, you know, stereotypes, you know, in my head about people either. You know, until his wife told him. I'm like, but did she know? Because her mom's the one that said that she didn't know nothing. Which one is it? Okay. That's why I'm glad he's talking now because I'm like, yeah, what really happened, Harry? Okay. But you all know Harry was sitting at that kitchen table and they were talking about the blacks when they would come back from Africa, cracking up. Now all of a sudden, Harry, none of that happened. You two kill me. It's hysterical. But I think once they did get married, okay, now it's serious. And then Megan's tears and everything. I'm like, girl, how long were you in there? 2 years? You can't even compare yourself to Princess Diana. When she married Charles, she was like 19. Okay, and then 36. Come on now. Megan, you weren't even in that bitch. Like, not even like a whole high school career for you to, you shouldn't have anything to say because you act like you didn't know anything about these people to begin with. And then we saw the videotape in your bedroom with Princess Diana poster on the wall. So somebody talk about that. I never heard anybody say that but me. Rewind the tapes, y'all. Get out of here. You know, Princess. Like, I can't. Then she got the water, and then now it says she's a Creole witch. I'm like, Megan, which one is it, girl? The self hatred. I just feel it's just very, very sad to me. But anyway, I don't know who's on her team. It's just really interesting, like whoever her like media people are, because as you see, BET ain't effing with you. We like, which one is it? I mean, Mariah Carey even called her a diva on her podcast and she got offended. Mariah's like, but Megan, you are. And she was like, I never knew anything to be wrong with being biracial. I'm like, you want to talk about being light skinned? Come on now, Mariah Carey? I'm done. It's just, a lot of it's just comical to me. But I think once they got married, Megan, it is serious now. So now you're going to have to take, your duties and responsibilities, as the Duchess of Sussex. Uh-huh. So you're going to have to follow the protocol. Uh-huh. What you did not. Uh-huh. And you refused. And then made a mockery of them and then talked about their stuff. I mean, that's they shit. You should have asked Harry to come over here and get married. Like Tyler Perry said, I'm not baptizing that kid over there. We staying over here in California. Okay, we're going to go to Compton. But I think William tried to, all fights and, him talking about his brother knocking him over and he broke my necklace. And he wore it on Colbert. He's like, it's my children's heartbeat. And somebody in Botswana or something made him the rest of the necklace. I'm like, oh, Harry, you killing me now, dog. You cracking me up. I'm like, where's Megan's Botswana necklace? I'm like, I never seen her wear one of those. See what I'm saying? Anyway, but I think William, he's like, dog, you gotta rush it. Just like the relationship Elizabeth II had with Margaret. I don't want to hurt you, okay? But y'all gonna have to, if you're gonna stay here, follow some kind of rules, and you can do things your own way, but stop being so disrespectful about it. And they like shut that black bitch up. We did. I'm just saying. But yeah, I think who knows how harsh the criticism actually was from the direct family members versus the people in their offices, that Harry likes to talk about. Who knows? Who knows? I gotta get my hands on that book. But he's trying to save your ass in the world from World War III. This is basically what I see. I see William Stein and just saying, with certain things like, hey dog, slow down. You know? Y'all getting a little out of control here. I mean, we are supposed to be the definition of civilized, um, so I think Harry got mad because he's like, well, I want to do, like my mom called me 2KH, he's even said that we can do it better and we look better and we finer and we better bitches than y'all. Yes and no, Harry, like just you not gonna be king, baby, boo boo. Did anybody tell him? They told him, it's really is sad, you guys, but you got to stop talking about your brother like that, and then saying that you want peace. Oh, come on, dog. Let me get on here right now and start talking about my sister and see what that bitch do. Kill me? Just say it. No, and don't let her say. I'm old. Don't let her say nothing about me either, because she already know. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't do this. Don Lemon on CNN has been having a heart attack. He's just John just like cut it out, dog. We all fight with everybody, and have opinions and whatever. That's why the past couple people I've dated, you ain't meet my family yet. I'm like, I've been through traumatizations, okay? Like You get too close to home. I'm like, I don't even know if I like this nigga yet. Like, everybody calm down, but yeah, yeah. Mm. All right. So I think that's most of what I have to say. If I have anything else to say, I will make a meme for you. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram again. If anybody wants me to talk about any like specific topics when it comes to them, let me know. This was just my Morgan word vomit, get it out about just my overall opinions about everything. Hope you guys had a good time and enjoyed this video. I think Harry's point is just to control his narrative. That's what I think the point is, girl. That's it. And like you said, it ain't just black and white. You said, I said. What time is it? It's almost midnight, you guys. Anyway, I just recorded this like way too late. I need to go to the bathroom. I've been sipping on this tea, but there's no alcohol in it, by the way. But yeah, I think that's his point, and can't wait to read that book. But I'm happy Megan's just taking a step back. Shut up. I am so impressed by how William and Kate are handling it all because I mean that was his mama too. He was his brother. Like dang, and I know William probably rough. I know did. But Harry, you poor. I feel at the end of the day, I feel bad for him, but I'm also like that's a man too. Like he protects his kids. He got two kids now. I think it's just the love affair of it all is just gorgeous and beautiful. But I don't know, y'all. We gonna see what's gonna happen. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Because Oprah is not talking. That tells me all I need to say. You know. Uh, so whatever. I'll make more videos. You guys, it's fun. What should I do? Housewives. I mean, Potomac is killing me. Miami. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, God, my flyaways are just whatever. I don't care. Anyway, but this is fun. So different from my podcast days where you just heard my voice. This is what I was looking like behind the mic. I was like, and then. So now you guys got to see my face. But I'm sure I missed some stuff. I'm probably gonna watch this back and be like, dang, I didn't touch on whatever. But I probably did because this video, it was probably an hour. This is so long. Anyway, okay. Love you guys. Goodbye. Send me your requests. That's all for now.